The Oracle of Sound. Chapter 1. Learning. Reading number 1. Learning times red spark. Soundbite. Recognition arrives before understanding. Simplicity. The first thing you learn is not a concept. It is attention. Your mind is moving right now towards something true. Not because you forced it, but because there is a shape in what you are hearing that matches a shape in what you already know. Stop here. Don't move past it. What you are learning right now is that learning is not accumulation. It is recognition. The ground beneath you is solid, not because it has been proven, but because you have stopped doubting it long enough to feel it. Separation. The shadow of learning in the spark is premature certainty, the belief that what you understand right now is complete. You think you have learned because you have named it. But the naming is just the beginning of the not knowing. The cost of this premature landing is that you stop listening. Your mind closes around the thing you thought you knew, and then all the deeper layers of it become invisible. Notice where you have claimed to understand something that still has edges you haven't felt. Sweetness. The gift of learning in its purest form is the capacity to stay open to the thing you are discovering. Not as a student, not as someone who lacks, but as someone who recognizes that the deepest learning is always meeting something alive, something that will surprise you if you don't interrupt it with your certainty. Your body knows this. It learns continuously, without judgment, without the need to prove it understands. This is the learning the spark invites, the return to that original innocence. Repairing of energies. This reading serves the world by re-establishing the capacity for genuine learning in a culture drowning in information. When you learn without grasping, without the need to own what you discover, you model a different possibility, that knowledge can be held lightly, that understanding can deepen without calcification. This is the foundation of all genuine innovation. Reading number 2. Learning times orange. Connection. Soundbite. Learning happens in the space between. Simplicity. What you are learning right now is not separate from who you are becoming. The connection is already there. It has always been there. You are learning from the river not by studying it, but by moving with it. The knowledge that arrives now arrives through the body, through the senses, through the felt sense of presence. This is not intellectual learning. This is the learning of belonging. Your body is the classroom. Attention is the curriculum. Separation. The shadow of connection in learning is isolation, the belief that you must learn alone to truly own the knowledge. You resist asking for help. You resist the mentors that appear. You resist the community of others learning the same thing. The shadow tells you that genuine understanding requires separation, requires you to figure it out on your own. But the cost of this isolation is that you miss the deepest learning, the learning that comes through being seen, through being taught, through the transmission that happens between two consciousnesses willing to meet. Sweetness. The gift of learning through connection is the discovery that you don't have to know. You only have to be willing to learn in the presence of others. The moment you stop defending what you think you know, and simply become present with another person who is also learning, something shifts. The learning becomes alive. It becomes mutual. It becomes the thing itself, not information passed from one vessel to another, but knowledge blooming between two open hearts. Repairing of energies. This reading serves collective awakening by restoring the practice of genuine learning community. In a world of isolated information silos, the capacity to learn together, to be vulnerable enough to not know in the presence of others, is a revolutionary act. This creates the conditions for cultures that actually evolve.